a service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC and Jib Jab Greetings. I'm Bud Lowell. Your full AccuWeather forecast is always on top of your CNC local page. The New York State Canal Corporation says the Erie Canal is closed until further notice between the guard locks at Holly and Albion. This after the canal sprang a leak in Orleans County that turned into a road-eating sinkhole. Canal Corporation officials say an inspector happened to be checking that section and noticed the leak near Albion Eagle Harbor Road in Albion about 9:30 Monday night. A good thing, too. By the time a work crew got there, it had quickly turned into a 30-foot wide, 16-foot deep sinkhole right in the middle of the road. Orleans County officials say it could have been a very dangerous situation if the inspectors hadn't caught it. Workers filled in the canal bank with stone to control the leak and are investigating what caused it so they can make a permanent fix. In the meantime, the canal is closed to boaters at Holly, and Albion Eagle Harbor Road is closed between Gaines Basin Road and State Street. You can get updates at www.canals.ny.gov. Penfield resident Mark Skirbo II has been charged with second-degree manslaughter in connection with the death of Heather Boyum of Parenton. The 22-year-old Penfield man was riding the motorcycle that hit Boyum Sunday morning while she was biking along the shoulder of Route 250. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says Skirbo was riding his motorcycle recklessly and he hit the Fairport High School teacher while trying to pass his girlfriend's car on the right shoulder. The impact threw Boyum off her bicycle and into the road, where she was then run over by the car, and she died later at Strong Memorial Hospital. The car was driven by 23-year-old Megan Merkel of Ontario in Wayne County, Skirbo's girlfriend. She was charged with DWI and released on an appearance ticket. Skirbo, who is in guarded condition at Strong after the crash, is currently on parole. The Department of Corrections says he was released from prison July 5th after serving a sentence for felony drunken driving. The Monroe County Sheriff's Department and the Webster Police Department are looking into a bit of a mystery, investigating how a car stolen in the city of Rochester 3 years ago ended up in a retention pond in Webster. Webster police say employees of the Holt Road Wegmans noticed a reflection beneath the water in the pond behind the store on Monday afternoon, and it turned out to be a car. It was pulled out of the water with the help of the Sheriff's Department's scuba team. Police say they found nothing suspicious inside. The pond had been cleaned out about 18 months ago. The car appeared to have been there for some time. They're contacting the previous owner and trying to put together the pieces of the trail that ended up with the car in the water. Governor Andrew Cuomo has ordered flags on state government buildings to be flown at half-staff on Thursday, August 2nd, in honor of a Rochester soldier who died in Afghanistan on July 27th. Private First Class Theodore Glendy died in Logar Province, Afghanistan, when enemy forces attacked his unit with small arms fire. The governor said he joins with all New Yorkers in mourning the loss of Private Glendy and sends his deepest sympathies to his family, friends, and fellow soldiers. The town of Brighton says it will file suit against the West Brighton Fire Department because it wants to make sure the firehouse stays open Wednesday. That's when the town and Supervisor William Moyle have contracted with the Rochester Fire Department to provide fire and emergency medical response to the West Side Fire District. The move was strongly opposed by the West Brighton Volunteer Fire Department, which has been based in that firehouse and intends to keep responding to calls. The department's attorney has threatened to lock out the RFD firefighters. A referendum is scheduled for August 28th in which the public will vote to either keep or dissolve the West Brighton Fire District. If voters dissolve it, the West Brighton Fire Company hopes to organize a new district outside of the town's control. Greece Central School District says it's taking note of other school districts that are allowing use of the new handheld devices in the classroom. It will try a new mobile information device plan for Greece high school students. The plan was outlined earlier this month at the regular Board of Education meeting. Students in grades 9 through 12 will be able to use cell phones, tablet computers like the iPad, e-readers, and laptops in school under certain conditions. Schools and teachers will designate red, yellow, and green zones for each building. In red zones, the devices have to be off and put away. Students can have their devices in yellow zones, but they have to be on silent and used only when instructed by the teacher or supervisor. Students can use their devices at their own discretion in green zones, but they're supposed to be using them in support of learning. Devices would be provided by the teacher when necessary. Principals will monitor this plan on an ongoing basis through the 2012-2013 school year. A parent information night on the Mobile Information Device Acceptable Usage Plan is set for Tuesday, August 21st at the Athena High School Forum Room, 6 to 7 p.m. And 21 of the most talented young pianists in the world are in Rochester this week performing for the 13th Eastman Young Artists International Piano Competition at the Eastman School of Music. Competitors come from the United States, Canada, Korea, China, Japan, Costa Rica, Russia, and Italy. They're vying for cash prizes and scholarships to the Eastman. Audiences have a chance to listen and watch some tremendously talented young artists who will be on the concert stages of the future. On this page, you can find links to these and other stories. At the bottom, links for you to use in that gray bar at the bottom of the page. Post us your own news stories, things you see, sports, salutes to people you think need a shout out, whatever. Next news as it happens, and partly dictated by you. Updates when necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.